Hi there. So I'm going to talk again about the principles. I made reference to this last week. Remember I said there were 5 principles. And these are the principles, the cardinal rules, universal laws that will move you from feeling like you're stuck in your body, you're suffering from like weight loss fatigue, always thinking about it, and feeling like you're not in control, like there's sabotaging behaviors around food that you can't seem to follow through on what it is that you want. To move you from there to this idea of body freedom, right? Where you like your body, you're happy with your body physically, mentally. You develop second nature ways of eating. You've got the habits and routines, so you don't even really need to think about it anymore. It's just second nature. It's easy. And lastly, you move to the point mentally where you've got an empowered mindset, which means you can decide what you want to eat. You know how to eat well. If you choose to indulge, you can do it, but that's okay because you're in control of that. It's not something else controlling you. So if you're at this point when after you've lost your weight, you're just maintaining, you can eat according to that. If you want to lose a bit of weight, you know what you need to do. If you want to put some on, you want to indulge, like you're in charge. You're running the ship. So to get to that point, that feeling of freedom in your body, freedom from a mindset standpoint, 5 principles. I talked last week about having a plan. Excuse me. Having a plan, right? And that's number 1. Plan that's right for you. It's going to give you clarity, structure, direction. It'll make it much easier. The second one is your why. This one is huge. Sometimes I almost wonder the why should come before the plan, but we'll say the why comes second. By why, I don't mean just motivation is, impulsive thought, there's an event coming up and I want to lose some weight and it's an impulsive sort of, I'm motivated, that's it, I'm going to do it. But it's very short-lived. That's sort of impulsive type of excitement about it. But true motivation, the motivation that's going to push you through the hard stuff, that's going to keep you on track, that is a much deeper sense of motivation. It's much more intrinsic. It's not about what people will think of you, or because you have a reunion to go to, or there's a trip, or there's a wedding, or something of that nature. As much as those are very, can help to get people there, but in the spirit of actually achieving body freedom, it's not just another quick, okay, lose some weight till that event or that situation comes and goes and then you put it on again. We're talking about permanently putting this whole challenge that you've had around losing weight and keeping it off, you want to put it behind you. Well, then your why, your reason for wanting to lose weight needs to be very value driven. It needs to be about something that is very important to you, your reason why you want to do it. So if you see, if you look at your life and what's important to you and your value system, and when you can connect the dots and you can say, you know what, my desire, not just to hit a number on the scale, but my desire to eat well because I love my body, I want to take care of it, I feel I'm worth it. Your desire to develop the strategies and deal with the things that are driving your mind to sometimes make unhealthy choices in food. Like, what is that about? You want to push through that. You want to learn about yourself and get through to the other side. Well, that takes tenacity. It's not always going to be easy. So the only way that you can do this is if you can really connect your reason for wanting to lose weight, be healthier, just be able to kind of live a healthy lifestyle, needs to resonate, and your reason behind it needs to connect with the things that are important to you. And only you can answer that, whatever that is for you. So it does take a certain amount. And I work a lot with people on this, like what's their why? Because you have the first level why of, I want to get into my clothes. Okay, and for sure, hey, that's fun. I was quite motivated by that. But, then it's okay, but so why is that important? One way you can do this actually is by asking yourself, or have somebody, or tape yourself answering it. Okay, well, why is that important? Why do you want to lose weight? Okay, well, what is it about that? And as you come up with your first level of answers, your list, say, okay, well, why is that important? What is it about that's important? I remember I had one client, this is several years ago, and for her, she realized that she was kind of missing out on life with her family. So her family and she had 2 young boys, they were very important to her. And as she had gained weight, she found she was not able to enjoy and partake of some of the activities that they would do, like going bike riding, going tubing. And she thought, I am missing out on experiences with my family. And for her, that hit her sort of at something that was really important to her, very value driven. And she thought, I want to be able to join in. She said, I am not in family photos because I've been taking the photos for the last 5 years because she doesn't want to be in the camera. It's like she's absent from the family life. So once she kind of realized that, like her level of motivation increased dramatically. And motivation, it's not an excited, manic kind of motivation. It's just this inner drive, resolve to like, yeah, I want this to happen. I'm going to make this happen. So your why is extremely important, and having ways to keep your why on the radar, because life does happen. So reminding yourself of that, because when you can remind yourself of why you want to kind of continue to eat well, to lose weight and be healthier, when you have ways to remind yourself, then that's going to override the short-term pleasure that one could get from that donut, that chocolate, that beer, that glass of wine, whatever it is that might in the moment be pleasurable, but ultimately, it's going to sabotage you getting to where you want to be. And so that's the crux of the most important thing. So there's 2 of them now. Having a plan. So you can see the plan is almost a bit more logistical, right? You know what to do, you know when to do it. It's like that. And then the values and the why. And that's much deeper. That's more value driven. It takes a level of awareness, and I just keep asking yourself. And that's what's interesting on the journey. And when I'm working with people is I will continually ask them these types of things. So they learn a lot about themselves. They realize what's important to them. And that's an amazing thing. So this journey can actually be very enlightening and very fulfilling. Because once they discover why they want to do this and what's important to them, and they can put more of their time and energy towards the things that are important to them, as opposed to putting so much time and energy to worrying about their weight and clothes and food, then because there's a higher level of fulfillment, the desire for these short-term pleasurable things that one can get from food, that starts to diminish. So then it starts to become easier to stay on a healthier path. Ultimately, again, with the idea of freedom in the body, so that ultimately you are intrinsically just want to eat well. You want to take care of yourself. At least 80%, I go with the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you do that, and you'll be fine. And yes, there's going to be birthday cakes, there's going to be special dinners, and that's okay once in a while. So ultimately, that's what we want to get to. So give that some thought, right? What's your why? Ask yourself, and ask yourself several times in a row, like at least 5 times. Well, why is that important? Okay, well, what is it about that? Why is that important to me? And just go, go, go. When you get to the crux of it, often it's quite an emotional feeling. That's what you need to hang on to. And that's your nugget that's going to help you hold the course. Have a much higher likelihood of following through and getting through to this other side and hitting your kind of sense of body freedom, feeling good in your body, and wanting to eat well, and feeling like you're empowered mentally to kind of, from a mindset standpoint, to make good choices. Okay, so join me next week, and I will be talking about principle number 3. It's going to take you on this journey so you can have freedom in your body. Take care.